Hey friends, what's up? Derek here from Bomb Socks, back with another week of Bomb Bites, where we feast upon the words of Christ, and as always, we do it one bite at a time. So this week we get into the Come Follow Me with 1 Corinthians. We just finished up a wonderful discourse of Romans, and now we got Paul talking to the Corinthian saints. So let me give you a little bit of context today on who the Corinthians are, where they're at, and kind of what their big struggles might be that's going to warrant not even one, but two letters from 1st and 2nd Corinthians from Paul. So you got Corinth right here. Let me show you this. So Corinth is down in the southern part of Greece, and Paul served there for a few months. We'll talk more about that in a second. So the word Corinth itself, what ended up happening is they became known as Corinthiazomai. I feel like I'm saying that right. It actually means to fornicate or to satiate or to satisfy to the full or to the excess. You're probably like, why would you name a city after that? Well, this is what they became known as. It was literally to live as a Corinthian. This is kind of what you did. So here are some of the problems in Corinth that really needed to be worked on and needed to be fixed. First of all, you have divisions and lack of unity. You have every kind of sexual misbehavior. You've got mistreating of those that were poor, and then you've got a misunderstanding of the basic doctrines of things like the purpose of mortality, resurrection, baptism, heaven, etc. So you can see this has nothing to do with our world today, right? You look at this list right here and you can see the same things are very much going on in our world today. So now with that said, back over in the Come Follow Me, the introduction I think is really good for this week. It says, during the months that Paul spent in Corinth, many of the Corinthians hearing him believed and were baptized. So it must have been heartbreaking for Paul to hear just a few years later that there were divisions and contentions among the Corinthian saints, and that in his absence they had begun to heed the wisdom of this world. So in response, Paul wrote the letter that we now call 1 Corinthians. It is full of profound doctrine. You'll see that definitely this week. And yet at the same time, Paul seemed disappointed that the saints were not ready to receive all of the doctrine he wanted to give them. I, brethren, could not speak unto you as spiritual, he lamented, for ye are yet carnal. So as we prepare to read Paul's words, it might be helpful to examine our own readiness to receive truth, including our willingness to heed the Spirit, we'll talk about this week, and then strive for unity within our families, with our fellow saints, and with God. And we'll definitely talk about that as well. So you're going to see a lot of the problems that the Corinthian saints had are the same things that we are struggling with today. And Paul gives some wonderful, like it said, profound doctrine to help us understand how to overcome those very same problems in our world and then in our own lives as well. So I'm excited for this week, and I think it'll be amazing as we look at these profound doctrines. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and thanks as always for sharing. Oh, we are so grateful that you do that. And if you haven't already, please go check out our amazingly comfortable gospel-themed socks at bombsocks.com. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.